Welcome once again to Colonial Sports Radio on RMU Radio, your campus, your voice. Brian.
Ernie.
How are you doing today?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Alive.
Yeah.
And usually this is the part where we say, Gretchen, how are you doing today?
But we're missing Gretchen.
And also, we're being invaded. We said something about Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, get it right. Come on.
Whatever. And hockey. And now we have, what the heck? Why does everything go wrong on this show?
I do not know.
At least a minute. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Let me turn that off.
Yeah.
And then we said something about hockey. We got two Canadians with us. Danica, of course, the hockey team is home. Of course, she's always here whenever they are.
Because we love Danica.
And yes, and this guy by the name of David Pinto, captain of the oh-so-amazing men's tennis team, which is always sponsored on Colonial Sports Center instead of women's ice hockey. Sorry if you're listening. I think you know my issue. I hate this thing.
Just stop yelling so much. That's probably what it is.
I know. Anyways, like I said, usually at this point I was about to say Brienne. She's never going to come on this show. Ever.
Ernie.
But yeah, this is a great show. We're starting off all the right foot again.
2 weeks in a row, but you know what? You just kind of do what you do.
Just give me a scoreboard. I don't care. Somebody give me a scoreboard. I don't care.
All right. I got the scoreboard since Gretchen Adler's not here this week. She's not feeling well. Gretchen, get better, please. You know, we like having her around, too.
Yes.
All right. We'll start with the women's hockey from last weekend on Friday. Unfortunately, they were up in Erie, so we lost, unfortunately, 5-1. You know, the O for lifetime continues, sadly.
Won't next year. Saying it right now. We won't next year.
Yes, definitely. Hi, Naz. Nazari Dorach, everybody's hanging outside.
Yes. See, we have both tennis and women's ice hockey here, Nazari. Both. See, we can cover both on this show.
Oh, boy. Anyway, the bright spot from the Friday game at Mercyhurst, Brianne McLaughlin did become the NCAA all-time saves leader. So, yay, Brianne. Good for her. And Saturday, unfortunately, was much of the same story. It was 7-1 Mercyhurst, so...
It wasn't much of the same story because I believe, Danica, you did get in that game, right?
Yeah, last 8 minutes.
Last 8 minutes. You're in the game. It's in there.
Yep. Well, you know, the O for lifetime thing.
The K-Rod.
Let's see. Women's basketball only had one game over the in the past week. That was Saturday against Quinnipiac, and Quinnipiac took that game 74-54. 20-point trouncing. Ouch. That's it for the women's scores.
Yeah, very, very short week. I mean, usually we have
this is an easy week.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about women's basketball, or we could talk to Danica. Which one do you want to do? Or Danica?
Let's talk to Danica. Because
Screw it. We'll just do the half an hour. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll just do the half an hour thing again.
Okay, because I do want to ask you about. You did start against Sacred Heart. I was there.
As was I.
I have a question for you.
Oh dear.
Sacred Heart wingers, me and Brian. What kept you more entertained?
You guys for sure. The dance moves, I couldn't keep my eyes off you guys. Entertaining.
Well.
In our defense, we did get Wendy's.
So did we.
Yes.
No, it was a good game. It was fun.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I mean, well, how was it different in, like, starting as opposed to coming off whenever you do come in there? I mean, I know you started occasionally throughout the program.
I enjoy starting from instead of going in just because I'm warm. Before the game even starts, I can get ready mentally and off ice before even getting on the game or getting into the game. So, no, starting is definitely fun, and I'd rather play the whole game than come in late and cold. So, but I'm not picky, so I'll take whatever.
I was about to say, if Nate's listening, he's like, "That's the correct answer. I'm not picky."
That's true.
The right answer is I'm ready whenever.
Yes.
Yes.
But for me, that was fun watching you get to play the whole game. Like, just from my standpoint, just because it's, you know, I know you. Mm-hmm. I don't really know Bree. Mm-hmm. And I was thoroughly excited with everything.
And it was a good game and we were winning, so
it was, yes.
Twice as fun.
12-0. I gotta want to ask you. I remember you at it was 5 shots per period. What were you doing to keep yourself loose?
joking around with the girls on my team, defensemen, watching the game intently, I guess you could say. But no, because we were up, I mean, we were all just not goofing around, but our spirits were a little higher than sometimes.
I was about to say, if you scored one more goal, I was going to nudge to you, and they put me in that. I'm NCAA eligible. Put me in there. That could have been an empty net. It seriously could have been. Now, I do got a question, though, for you. Your helmet is a little bit interesting. Mm-hmm. Is that team issued, or is that you, or is it kind of both?
No. Well, me and Bree both got new helmets at the beginning of the year, and then we both got them painted, but we designed them however we wanted, so it's pretty fun.
Okay, so here's my question. Are you a fan of Pink Floyd?
No.
No?
Because of the brick wall in her helmet?
Exactly. I was going to say, exactly.
I don't know why I picked a brick wall, but I think...
You're a goaltender. You're supposed to be a brick wall.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like anything musical or anything, but yeah, that's why, exactly. Then on the one side I have like a puck, and it's kind of like looks like it's moving, and it kind of hits the wall or whatever. And then I have the huge Colonial head on the top, and then RMU on the chin, and then on the back I have my name and big pink lips.
Big pink lips.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a chick thing. It's a chick thing. Gotta be a chick thing.
It has to be a chick thing.
All right. Well, I'm also going to ask about the whole Mercyhurst thing. We're still seeing the O for a lifetime. Now, you did get in near the end, and you did do it very well. My question is, you're more than likely, if there's a victory against Wayne State, then you'll be in the face off at the finals in the tournament. How it stands, you guys would be playing Wayne State if I stand corrected, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you get a win after Wayne State, I'm going to say we're in the finals. I don't care, because all we got to do is win one game against Wayne State.
Exactly. Yeah, and then we're up against Mercyhurst.
And also next year you're going to be playing against Mercyhurst. Do you feel comfortable enough to be starting next year against Mercyhurst? They are the class of the division. That's why I asked.
Absolutely. Last year even we had some close games against Mercyhurst, and it's not that we can't. I guess they capitalize on some minor mistakes of ours, and as we keep improving, we minimize those mistakes. But definitely can be played with, and sometimes the scoreboard doesn't necessarily show what the game actually looked like, as they have a few star players, and arguably Megan Augusta, the best player in the world for women's ice hockey right now. But no, definitely next year, hopefully if we don't break it by this year, hopefully we can take them in league next year and set a new presence against Mercyhurst. It'd definitely be a great accomplishment for us to beat them.
It's always good to get that first win.
Mm-hmm. It's just to break the ice.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Hockey joke, break the ice.
All right, Brian, you got anything else you want to throw in there?
Well, you mentioned Megan Augusta, and the one time I saw Mercyhurst play, I'm sorry, but when you're up, 5-6 goals or whatever it was, and then she just celebrates ridiculously, I mean, that ticked me off as a fan. And I can only imagine that you guys were just wanted to cream her after that.
They tried to. Didn't you see the rest of the game?
That's what
there's a strong rivalry between the two of our teams, maybe. So if she did it out of spite, I'm not sure. But I mean, I guess if she got us fired up, that's a good way for her to do it.
Yeah.
No, was there? I didn't get a chance to watch a game because it was in Erie. Mm-hmm. Next time when they're going to be in Erie, that's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. Just give unnecessary program note to all our fans, all 5 of you. I won't be here in 2 weeks when they go up to the tournament because I'll be with them, and oh yeah, that's going to be awkward.
Ernie, you'll be fine.
It'll be a fun time.
Fun time. Yeah, I'm just going to be sitting there and just yelling at people. I hear them sing Thriller! Let's watch The Dark Knight!
Yeah, you put that in, all the girls take a nap.
What, Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen it a couple times, I think, this year already.
I've seen it 5 times. It is amazing. I totally forgot what the question I was going to ask. Oh, the whole correlation between you guys and the men's team. Now, I know the men's team, they're going to be switching because the CHA has blown up and no one's going to survive except for us and Niagara. What's going on with the WCHA? Is that going to be staying as tact, or what's going on with that?
I have no idea.
That's your conference.
No, we're CHA.
Yeah, he put W in front of it for women's.
Oh, okay, my fault.
The official name of your conference is the WCHA.
Oh, okay.
But by standpoint, it's the CHA.
Okay.
That's why it makes it 25 times harder to find it on the internet.
Yeah, you just go to collegehockeyamerica.com.
The boys started when Wayne State's team, men's team, kind of crumbled. That's when they kind of started losing. I guess they didn't have very many teams in there, so they moved to the Atlantic Division. But I don't suspect the women's CHA league is going anywhere.
Okay, because we got
It could be
two
wrong.
teams that are in the top 10, which is
Yeah.
Sacred Heart and also not Sacred Heart,
Mercyhurst.
Mercyhurst and Wayne State, and then we're closely getting back. I mean, only 4 years and we're the third in the conference. That's good. I mean, to be a third in that class, I'll take it.
And if we could get, if we can get Sacred Heart to join our conference, because they're not
It'd
belong.
be awesome.
And
That
then
would be.
there's also talk that maybe another team would join us. If Sacred Heart joins us, possibly if Ohio State would come in because they're close, because then that would give our league an automatic bid to the Frozen Four. So
To the Frozen Four tournament.
automatic bid. So whoever wins our CHAs
We go
would
start walking into the Frozen Four.
I think that's how it works. Yeah. So we really just we really bank it on Sacred Heart to. I think we tried to get them to come this past year, but yeah, I still think we're still working on them. But I don't see the women's CHA league going anywhere.
Okay, because I always wanted to ask that. And now I also know that you guys also the whole all-time record. You guys beat Wayne State once. What are you guys been talking about the most with this whole week in practice?
I mean, we've been adjusting to Wayne State, how they play. We've come across them many times, so we know what needs to be done. But we played them a couple weeks ago, about a month back, I guess, in Wayne State, and the games were awfully close, and definitely a few more bounces our way, and we definitely could have taken them. So there's no hesitation in the locker room this week, that's for sure. We know it has to be done, and it's senior weekend this weekend, so it gives us a little bit more fans and a little bit more inspiration to play that much harder.
Last time they see the all-time save leader before it gets invaded by the Canadian Danica.
Well, at least the last time here at Clearview, because
home,
she'll have
Yeah, Clearview Arena.
Right.
I like Clearview Arena. It's cozy.
It is.
It's a cozy little arena.
It is. Nicer than some of the other ones we've been to.
Cozy here.
I was about to ask, for my own personal sake, how is the Mercyhurst Ice Arena anyways?
I
As a
like
building?
their rink. It's a little bit smaller, but it is very homey, almost like a barn looking. I don't really know how to explain it, but no, I like it. I definitely.
Okay,
like
'cause
it. It's
I'm-
cold though. Fair warning.
Fair warning, so bring like 5 layers on top of my freaking suit and tie.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm on the bench, I put a jacket underneath my stuff. It's so cold. Bring mittens.
How do you put a jacket underneath? Like,
Oh, there's
you
lots
throw
of
the
them.
jersey and then the jacket, or
No.
No, underneath, Ernie.
Yeah. Underneath.
underneath everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make room. Yeah. Just kidding.
Brent, you have any questions?
Hang on. I had one, then I lost it.
Okay.
I totally had one and I lost it. Oh man, I feel
But
like
here's my question.
so bad.
Now, how close is yours and McLaughlin's locker?
Ooh.
Well, we're beside each other. Well,
Right
wait.
beside each
like,
other.
where you walk in, the locker starts on your left and makes a complete circle, and I'm on the left and she's on the right. So I start, she finish. Like, you know what I mean? So we're right
Oh,
at
so
the
you guys are like the
entrance.
bookends of the lockers. Okay.
Yeah.
My question: did she have a countdown to have the record in her locker room?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. No.
If
No.
she did, that'd
I
be a
didn't
little
even know.
creepy.
I don't even know if any. Well, I mean, she probably knew, and then maybe a couple other girls, but I wasn't even aware that was coming up. So I was shocked to hear that when she.
I was fully aware that was coming up,
Oh, really?
especially not during the Sacred Heart weekend, where Mom had to remind me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they announce it in Mercyhurst when she, like, the
Yeah.
next stoppage,
Uh,
or like within a couple stoppages?
No, I don't know if it happened closer to the end of the game or what, but she received a star of the game, I think, and then that's when they said.
Aha.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one I was trying to think of. Was that? Because I wanted to ask about that. Like, if at least if Mercyhurst had like the.
Yeah,
The class to at least let
they gave her
everybody know.
recognition for it as soon as the game was over.
Good.
Yeah, she deserves it.
It's like you just said, and we saw it like the first time when we watched Mercyhurst. We don't like each other.
No. No.
I'm not sure if you heard about the commercial itself that we're doing for RMU-TV, which will be on there soon. It's amazing.
About
For this,
We shot a commercial with Bree and Sarah O'Malley,
Oh, okay.
and the two of them were plotting some very funny things to do.
we're not saying they said they want to put a hockey stick in her neck, into Augusta's neck, but
There was a
some-
blocker though.
there was a blocker.
There was a blocker.
Blockers.
There was a
involved.
blocker involved. Yes.
All right, well, we have hit the 15-minute mark. We're going to take a short minute break here, and then we're going to continue talking with Danica, and we're going to actually try to interview her with the whole women's basketball team, because I want to know what her opinion is, if she watches it or not. I'll take that as a no. We'll be back here sooner or later. Bye. God, I love this song.
This is the best song ever.
Once again, I will always point out, women's team comes out to this. Men's team comes out to rap.
The funniest is Wayne State comes out to 8 Mile by Eminem.
What?
Because they, like, the rink is, like, right by the 8 Mile. There's maybe I don't know.
Comes out. Wait, so 8 Mile Road is actually near Wayne State?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
8 Mile Road exists. There is a thing called 8 Mile Road.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's way longer than 8 miles. It's a huge road.
I'm more shocked that there's something called 8 Mile Road.
Yeah.
Because I actually know who Eminem is instead of Rihanna.
Yeah.
Whoever this girl is.
As Ernie points to the sign of Rihanna that's right next to him.
Yes, the other running joke of mine, no idea who Rihanna is.
You'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, all I know is the whole something about Chris Brown. You don't hit women. I don't care who you are. You don't. Okay, but
Digress.
obviously Danica is still with us. I do want to ask about the whole Wayne State weekend that are coming up here. What exactly do you guys plan on doing? I mean, you guys said that it's not. I forget the exact word you said, but it's not that big of a deal. Wayne State coming here.
Oh, no, like, there's, obviously we know what has to be done, and they are a good team, and those girls have played well together. But we definitely know what's ahead of us, and it's definitely a challenge that's can be accomplished, so.
The Wayne State Warriors. Wow, I just sounded like Elmer Fudd. I totally just went Elmer Fudd on that. Warriors.
All right. Well, the other couple of other questions I do want to ask you about is I see the whole Brianna Delaney thing. We heard this rumor that her sister might be coming. What's going on with that?
Her sister is definitely coming. She's I'm pretty sure that she's signed already, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
You heard it here first, people. Right here on Colonial Sports
so
Radio.
Wait, has she not signed?
We know as much as you do.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she has. But yeah, she's coming here next year, so her and Delaney will both be, or I guess can't call Brianna. We always call Bree just Delaney by her last name, but I guess we'll have to call her Bree now.
Because there's another Bree in there that confuses.
Right,
Yeah.
so we called Bree, and they're called Bree and Delaney. But now if there's another Delaney coming, we're going to have to switch that up again.
Just call the
Just
other
yell
one
out
Minnie.
numbers.
Just call the other one Minnie.
8,
Yeah.
16.
24, hot.
Yeah, 24 hot. Wow, we're going everywhere. Now, I do want to ask another question. The whole maneuver about Sarah to defenseman, how is she still there?
She has been forward all week. However, at first we were kind of skeptical, like, why are we putting one of our top forwards back on defense? But she did phenomenal back there, and as a goaltender, I loved her. Yeah, I loved her back there. She's a very aggressive defenseman, and so she's fast back checker. She has a good shot, so she was good on the point, and she sees the play really well, so she could set things up for us definitely. But she's back on forward this week, so hopefully she can put some pucks in the net for us.
All right, I got kind of an interesting one for you. And you're going to think this is totally out of left field and totally weird, but did you know that the Grim Reaper had a near-death experience?
I don't know what the Grim Reaper is. Wait, I do know what the Grim Reaper is. No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a joke?
Yes.
What's the answer?
Well, he had a near-death experience because he met Sarah O'Malley.
Ah.
Damn, no one liked that joke. Oh.
I don't get it.
I always think Sarah O'Malley wants to kill me.
I am sad.
I told her that, and everyone's like, why? She's a nice girl.
Her eyes are the most piercing things ever. That's why.
I was
They're
about to
ice
say.
blue, that's why.
See, here's the thing. We could tell you, I mean, other than the name on the back, whenever I see your cage, I'm like, that's Danica. I could recognize Danica and Sarah. And that's about it whenever you guys put on the jerseys, honestly.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I can pick out Paige Pietrangelo just because she's in my sociology class, but that's just me.
She's tall. Tall with big
She
wavy
is.
hair.
She's really tall.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're the goaltenders. It's like, we're interviewing a blonde goaltender. Which one is that?
The tall one or the short one?
Yeah. No, I noticed though that you two guys are different styles. You have like this whole, you're more finesse style goalie. Is that how you always played?
More of like butterfly style, or if you've been a stand-up and then converted?
When I was younger, I guess I was more of a stand-up just because of my size. So going down is definitely more of a, I guess it's more of a challenge. So I need to be out farther. But I try and be more positional, if that makes sense, where Bree has a lot more, a couple more inches on me, so she can be a little bit more reactive. But both of us have become more butterfly-style goalies.
Because I noticed, like, whenever your games, I saw you more being a little bit, this might be just me not paying attention that much, because I'm always on camera, and those games I wasn't. I noticed that you have, like, I could say finesse, like, more like, I could see you, I saw you moving around more around than her. That's why I asked that question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Different, but similar, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And it works.
One thing I also noticed, you guys, your leg pads, are basically the same, but the color schemes are switched. Is the Ernie asked about the helmets earlier? Is that kind of like the same idea? Are those from the school, or are those you guys?
No, we're lucky enough to have our hockey program pay for all our equipment.
Oh yeah.
And sticks and stuff.
With about as much money as we all pay for to go to school. Even though we have the best microphones in the world for radio. Best microphones ever.
But Bree wore, I'm not sure what she wore last year. Maybe she wore Vaughn's again last year. And then I came in my freshman year, and I picked my colors and everything for my equipment and designed that as well. And then Bree got new stuff this year. So we have the same brand and everything. And yeah, hers are white and mine are dark. So.
Any particular reason why you went with a darker color?
I've never had dark equipment. Always growing up, I always had bright colors and lighter, and I just thought dark was pretty cool. It doesn't get dirty as fast. It doesn't look so dirty.
Here's a question though I always ask, because it was also Marc-Andre Fleury had this whole thing where he changed colors equipment. Does it make that much of a difference?
They say, because he was bright yellow, right? He was all
He was
yellow.
bright yellow.
And they said
That
as a
was big,
shooter coming down, it was more defined of where the holes in his equipment was. So that's why he went to white, as in there's less contrast there. I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference. You're moving anyways, but that's the whole theory.
I mean, do you notice there's a difference whenever, like, with your, I mean, you said you always use lighter equipment, now you're using darker. I mean,
I have no idea if there's a difference, as I'm not a shooter, because
I
I'm
think
saying
that has
that
more
for
to do
you,
with
is there a
shooting.
difference whenever it just
don't-
doesn't matter at all?
No, but I think that next year I'll go to light equipment, based on Nate's request, I think.
Based on Nate's request.
Based on this new theory that Fleury started. But that's okay. A little change is good.
I don't know who it is, but someone in the NHL has the exact same pattern that you guys use on your leg pads. And I think it's the goaltender for the Capitals, but I can't think of his name. But it was just kind of one of those thoughts that just popped into my head.
Well, David, you're Mr. NHL.
Yeah, come on, buddy. You're over here wearing the Leafs jersey.
Jose Theodore or Cristobal Huet.
Okay.
Uwe. Yeah, I think it was Uwe.
Yeah.
Those
Who
are two
is?
for the Capitals, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's his that are.
I do want to ask actually a question about the leg pads. The game that you started, the 12-0 game, you went out for a short while. Was that equipment problems? Was that skating problems? What happened?
Well, after that girl, we had a little collision, and I hit my skate on my post, and I thought maybe it was a leg pad issue, so I went to the bench real quick, as I couldn't seem to fix it no matter what, and I couldn't move, like it was awful. So I took my leg pad off and tried to redo that, and still was having problems. It ended up being my skate, so I just had a big chip out of it. So Nate fixed it after the first. I was good for the rest of the game. But yeah, that was the issue. So.
Okay, we were just trying to figure that out. I know
Yeah.
you told him off air. I just wanted to make sure. What was it?
Yeah. No, I know. I was struggling with that for the rest of the first period, but.
Yeah, you spent the entire game trying to work that skate out.
Oh, I didn't know what was wrong with it.
Yeah. Well, even in the later periods, like you came out and you were.
Well, then I had
constantly
one skate that was at one sharpness, and then I had another one that was different, so I was trying to adjust.
I guess that would make a difference. I wouldn't have thought of that, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it hard moving you see goaltenders, they like slide across left and right all the time. Is that hard to do?
No.
Because the skates are pointed forward, and yet you're going sideways.
No, it's not, and I don't know why. I mean, our goalie skates are different than player skates, and I guess it's more of a square blade, if that makes sense. So maybe that's easier. And they're not as we don't have them as sharp as player skates, so they're slide a little bit easier. But.
That's one thing that's always bugging me. It's like, how do they not get stuck?
Wait, as I say that now, and then I'll end up flat on my face later. Just kidding.
Well, here's the question I do want to ask. Who's starting in net tonight?
Bree.
Bree?
Yeah.
Okay, now, I forgot where I was going to go with this, actually.
Bad Ernie.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm just everywhere today.
We both are, dude.
Yeah. And you can stick with us. If Gretchen ever gets sick again, you're staying on here. I don't care.
After
After this,
Gretchen's filling. Just gotta learn how to do that scoreboard.
Well.
read. You can learn right next time when we got to do that here in about 4 minutes or actually 3 minutes. We're going to be switching on here. We're going to be switching.
Yeah, going to the
genders.
women or the genders. Yeah, gender men.
All right, Mike. Here's the question though. I mean, between the whole Wayne State thing and you, is there anything that you noticed the last time when you guys played what they do?
Very tough team, very physical team. The girls are very big. They don't have a lot of like small finesse players as we do. But it always seems to be a really physical game when we come up against them. They have a line, a specific line that puts points up. They've played together for 3 years, so they're definitely a threat. Solid goaltending. They have big goalies, and but definitely nothing that we can't exploit their weaknesses. So they do have weaknesses, and it's just up to us to capitalize on those.
Because my question is that they're bigger. Does that mean that their skating ability, I always see them, is not as fast?
Yes and no. They're very strong. So some of those girls absolutely can definitely skate. But just when it comes up to like battles along the boards and just, you know, pushing someone off the puck, they're pretty big that way. But
I've always noticed that speed has been a big part of your game. Is that like the first thing, like day one, Nick comes out, we're going to be the fastest team? Is that one of the things he always says?
No, I don't know if I've ever heard him say that particularly. Obviously, we skate lots and we strive for speed. However, some of the new freshmen that we're getting in are just lightning fast, so maybe that's something he looks for as a recruiter. I'm not sure, but I haven't really heard him say anything. But
because the thing I always recognize from all teams on this campus is that we always try to get speed, and I always wondered if that was the thing that came up on your almost a clubhouse locker room, whatever you want to call it.
Not particularly. However, Nate might have a different view. Like, I might be totally oblivious to.
Well, I'll be talking with him tomorrow, so.
Right. Have to ask him that one.
Yeah, definitely bring that one up when you talk to him.
And there's a couple of other questions I do want to get to this really quickly about the whole locker room. Exactly, is there a different locker room you guys use than the guys?
Yeah, we each have our own locker room. The boys just have carpet right now, and we're still waiting for ours. But we have own showers, bathroom stalls, and everything. We have lockers, and then we each have our own stalls, like dressing stalls, I guess you could say. We have a TV, nice stereo system in there. So.
Yeah, fun.
Nate makes us some pretty cool videos sometimes as a little pep up before we go on the ice. So.
I was about to say, before you go out on the ice, what are the last couple questions? Is there anything in particular that he says that it's always the same game, or is it a little bit different?
We always have similar game goals. Obviously, they differ depending on where we were from practice that week or where we came from the weekend before in games. But normally they're pretty consistent, and we always do our little huddle and our same cheer. And Nate always comes in at a certain point before we go down the ice to make sure we're all on the same page. So sometimes he does fun things. Sometimes puts up quotes around the dressing room to kind of inspire us. And
bulletin board material.
And the last couple home games, he's made actual videos, so they're pretty cool. Like kind of taking different clips in from. One was 300, I think, and just different, like, I don't know, just different things that,
Yes. Boom.
I don't know. It gets us pretty fired up, though, so it's good.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know what I'm going to do that if I ever do a montage for your team. You know what I'm going to use now. I'm going to use sound clips from that.
Oh, dear.
Well, we have reached the 30-minute mark. That means we're going to be switching sports. Danica, as always, you're welcome every time. One more time, you're going to be on here, and I don't care. That's going to be the end of the season.
Great.
I'll just let you know about that. I do want you on here, as always, to say that, and you're welcome to come on here full-time after your season's over. I'll extend that to you now.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem.
Fun like always.
All right,
Yes.
and I do want to say this before we go. Men's Final Four and the Women's Final Four Skills Challenge. Vote for Bree. Christian Miles, I believe, also. And, of course, the guy who we're going to be talking about here next is going to be Chris Margot. We're going to take a short break, then we're going to go to the men's scoreboard and interview David Pinto from the men's tennis team. Ready to talk to you guys. We'll be back here in about 30, so stay right there, guys. Once back again, and now we're going to be switching from the men's to from the women's to the men's. Brian, hit me up on the scoreboard.
Wow. I can never hear you when you turn that thing on. Holy cow. Anyway,
Yeah,
men's
please,
scoreboard. Here we go. We're going to kick it off with the men's lacrosse team. They pulled out a double overtime thriller, winning 12-11 over Penn State at Joe Walton Stadium.
Thank God.
Happy day for us. Ernie, I bet you never thought you'd hear the day when we beat Penn State at Joe Walton Stadium.
I actually said that on RMU Live. I never thought I would say that day, ever.
Hence why I brought it up.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to basketball. Saturday, we played, I think it was at Quinnipiac.
No, they came here.
Quinnipiac was here?
They came to the Selwell Center. That's why I wasn't doing men's lacrosse, because I was doing basketball.
Okay,
Once again, thank you, Nazari.
Anyway, RMU did win that game, 69-64. And moving on to the ice, a weekend set against Bemidji State. We beat Bemidji State 3-0 on Saturday and then tied them on Sunday at 3 apiece. And also men's basketball last night, a loss at Monmouth. I know that was at Monmouth. 60-57, another close loss.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We've been doing this show for a couple weeks.
Yeah?
We never said a single word about the tennis scoreboard.
You're right, we haven't.
David.
Hi, David.
Hi, how's it going?
First question. What's the record? And tell us what you guys been doing the last couple weeks.
Well, so far the guys' record is 0-4. That sounds pretty bad, but we've had our tough competitions at the beginning of our schedule, like every spring. So we lost 7-0 to Cleveland State 2 weeks ago at Cleveland State, and then we played 3 matches in Fort Wayne this past weekend. Lost 7-0 to IPFW, had a few close matches there. Lost 6-1 against SIU Edwardsville, with myself pulling out the only win in that one.
Yay. High
in
five.
3 sets. It was a tough match. It was a team we could have beaten. We just were tired after playing IPFW earlier on the day. And then on the last Saturday night we played EIU, and that was also a 7-0 loss. So
Okay.
it's a tough weekend overall.
Still better than the football team. All you got to do is beat Daytona, and that's
Dayton, dude.
Dayton, whatever.
We did not play Dayton. That was supposed to be at IPFW as well, but it got canceled.
Bad weather.
It was indoors, so the weather was fine. I think we couldn't. There's like 6 or 7 teams there playing, and they only have 7 courts, so it was tough getting court time. So that match had to get canceled.
That'll do it.
All right, well, I'm going to go start from the Cleveland State game and the whole other stuff. First question actually is, other than CSC, you guys don't get much attention. I mean, is it a little bit weird that you guys aren't as publicized as, say, the women's ice hockey team, which doesn't get that much attention either?
Well, we don't get very much attention around the school, but then again, tennis never gets very much attention.
Unless it's named Andy Roddick, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, other than
Roger
the
Federer.
majors, I mean, college tennis is not known for attracting big crowds. We don't have home courts anywhere near school except for the occasional time that we play outdoors at the courts on top of the hill. But then again, we live in Pittsburgh, so it's usually pretty bad weather when we're at school. So
I was about to say, you come from the land of maple syrup. I love how he's got the Toronto Leafs jersey on, like you guys are going to make it to playoffs.
Neither are the Pens.
Little salt in the wound there. But I guess turnabout's fair play on that one.
Yes.
But,
Well, the question is always, where exactly do you guys play your home games?
Our home courts are supposed to be at Oxford in Monroeville or at Oxford in Wexford. So it just depends on where we can get courts. It's difficult with Duquesne and Carnegie Mellon also, and as well as Pitt's girls team, not having home courts at their own universities. No school in Pittsburgh has indoor courts, so they have to kind of find places to play matches and practice. It's very expensive to build indoor tennis facilities on campuses. There's very few schools that have them, so.
We can't even build an art studio, so that tells you how good our campus is.
Well, we have an art studio, it's just it's downtown.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not moving it. That's why they're not moving it up here, because they just renovated the 3rd floor.
Once again,
They spent all the money.
this
They spent all the
college.
money on the renovation, which hey, I'm down there this semester. I like it. It's way better than having to be on the 6th floor of that building.
oh, enough said.
Enough said. Media art majors, we like that. We do that. What's the form? Since most people don't know anything about college tennis, what's the format for your matches?
All right, we're a Division I school, so our matches, there'll be 3 doubles matches, and for anybody that doesn't know what a doubles match is, it's two players in each team it's 2 against 2. So there'll be 3 of those, and whichever team wins 2 of those 3 matches gets a point. And then there'll be 6 singles matches, which is 1 against 1, and each one of those are worth a point, so it's out of 7. So 7-0 loss is what we had, or 6-1. We do play a couple of Division III schools, such as Carnegie Mellon. I believe West Virginia Wesleyan is a Division III that.
Those are actually back-to-back weekends, actually, from what I'm looking at.
West Virginia Wesleyan was supposed to be last weekend, but we couldn't get back from Fort Wayne in time to play them, so that's hopefully being rescheduled for later on this year, as well as the Bucknell match. But Division III, each doubles match is worth its own point as well as the singles, so it's out of 9, which is not good for us because we have typically been very, very poor in terms of doubles. We are not a good doubles school.
Really? Because I know Igor, one of your players, he's I think one of the gems out of there.
He is, but he's still having a tough time learning the North American style of tennis. In Brazil, it's mainly clay court tennis, which is the court is clay surface instead of hard court surface, which it is here in North America. So it's tougher on your knees here. You slide on clay, and typically they're more grinding type players. They like to stay on the court for 3, 4, 5 hours for a match. North America, you have players like me that just hit every ball as hard as they can, and matches usually 2 hours long at most.
Clay court's also a lot slower, is it not?
It is.
And the bounce is different, right?
Yeah, it is a lot slower. You have a lot more slice balls than topspin, and sometimes with the lines there, depending on how well the court's maintained, you get funny bounces because the lines are hammered in instead of just them being painted on. But yeah, clay is the slowest surface, and grass is the fastest surface. So.
Is it an NCAA rule that we have to use clay or we can't use anything but hard surface?
I'm not sure, but it's very difficult to find clay courts anywhere around. I mean, I know at home there are only 2 clubs in Ontario that I've played at that have clay courts. It's very expensive to maintain because you have to there's an underground water system because the courts have to be somewhat moist. You can't let them dry out because if they dry out, the clay is obviously no good. It's just it's tough to maintain. Any outdoor facility, it's a lot of work to get them both prepared for the season and finish them at the end of the year. So.
I know. I was also thinking about grass too. I mean, how different is a grass surface compared to a hard surface as well? I mean, you sound like you played a lot up in your homeland, the land of Timmy Horns.
Tim Hortons.
I have never actually played on a real grass court. I've played on artificial grass, but that's when I was a lot younger. One of the clubs around me had that until I was about 8 years old, and then they took it out and just have.
Was it like AstroTurf or was it like the field turf like we have at Joe Wall?
It was more like AstroTurf.
Okay. It's more like playing. It's more like playing on concrete, basically.
I was about to say that is just garbage.
I've also ended up playing on carpet courts here in Pittsburgh, which is very, very weird.
Carpet.
It is.
That doesn't even sound like feasible. Carpet?
It is carpet. It is very. It's weird to play on because you have seams in the carpet. Obviously, you're not going to have a piece of carpet big enough for an entire tennis court. So there's different seams. When the ball lands on the seams, you never know where it's going to bounce, and slice shots won't bounce as high, but like if you try to hit power serve or power forehand, the ball slide through the court more. So it's faster and slower at the same time. It's just very weird to play on.
So it's like it's weak bouncing, but
as it'll slide. The ball can slide more, but also catches the carpet more if you hit a drop shot or if you hit a slice, and it won't bounce nearly as high. And
that's
basically,
crazy.
It's like shooting it with a wood in golf. It'll just stick there, basically.
Yeah, pretty much you have to guess as to what's going on. Yeah, I've only played on them twice, and it's usually taken me almost a set to get used to it, which is probably why I've gone 3 sets on the two times I've played on carpet.
And that's the limit, right? It's 3 sets, or do you guys play?
We only play 2 out of 3 sets.
Okay.
Only in majors in the ATP do they play 3 out of 5 in the men's. So we're not quite at that level yet.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Maybe.
You'll get there.
Maybe.
I have confidence in you.
Let's remember what campus we're on here.
Hey, a guy can have confidence in his players, can't he?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you. Thank you for at least acknowledging that, Ernie.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I want to go back to this whole the hard surfaces and also how you guys played on there. Actually, I want to go back to the games. You said 7-0 the Cleveland State. What about pinpoint on your game? What exactly did you mess up on there?
Well, my biggest weakness against Cleveland State was returning my opponent's second serve. He was a tall fellow from Holland, and he had a big kick second serve, which is usually something that I handle well. I like when they kick it to my backhand because I can just shorten up my backhand and put it back in play. But I was really struggling with it there, and that was the only weakness I really could find in my game. I was playing well. I've played well most of the season. I lost the match at Cleveland State. I believe it was 6-4, 6-3, so it was 1 break per set. And a break is when you lose your serve, and that's a big thing in tennis because you're supposed to be able to win all your service games. It's supposed to be your big weapon. But I mean, Cleveland State is probably up there. Other than EIU, they're probably the best team we play all year. So it was all right.
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, Eastern Illinois.
I've been trying to figure out EIU for like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out when we were playing them either.
Okay, well, we got about 30 seconds left. Where do you think the team's going to be at the end of the season? That's the number 1 question. Around April 19th is going to be the end of the season.
Where we're going to be? Hopefully we're going to be winning the NEC title this year, but we never get any love in the preseason poll from the NEC. They usually we finished 3rd for the past 5-6 years, since well before I've gotten here. And we're always picked to finish 5th or 6th, so never know. We have some good players. We need to play well this year, but I don't see any reason why we couldn't win it.
Sounds like an us against the world mentality.
It is.
All right. We like that.
I want to see an awesome interview like you. If you guys win it, I want to see anything is possible, Boston Celtics style.
Oh, jeez.
I love that clip. But
Caroline
okay, well,
Garnett.
we do got. It's about 15 minutes left in the program. We haven't hit any sports, so we got to go full blast on that.
Yeah.
So, Dave, thank you for coming on here, and I hope you come back on later on during the season. Let me know anytime you can.
Anytime.
Okay.
All
We'll see
right.
you somewhere in the marketplace.
Of course.
Dave, thank you for coming.
Thank
and
you.
guys at home, sit there for about 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Better than ever as usual. So,
Ernie, thank you for appeasing me with American Idiot there.
not a problem.
That felt good.
We got 13 minutes.
We got 13 minutes.
We beat men's lacrosse team, beat Penn State. We got to give our bit. I love it. I cannot believe we did that.
Applause. Many applause. Double overtime thriller, like I said earlier. That's amazing.
Woo!
You read on the Colonial, or was it RMU Colonial, the website,
Yes,
and it just says it's an overtime game. It was actually a double overtime game.
which is ridiculous. Now, you know a lot about lacrosse. Give me the gist on like what's the more interesting things on how we won that game.
Well, basically lacrosse, if the best way I can describe it, it's 9-on-9 plus your goaltenders, and it's hockey. It's basically hockey on grass. It's like a weird hockey soccer hybrid
It's like hockey outside
on grass,
on grass.
not pond hockey. So
As official to AstroTurf, like we got here at Joe Walton Stadium,
right,
with the soccer line still on there, by the way.
yes. Which actually I think they used partially for the thing. But anyway, stat-wise, as Ernie's tapping on my notebook.
Yes.
Like I said, double overtime winner, so that puts us to 1-1 on the season. That includes the loss to UNC 2 weeks ago. Now
That shouldn't even count.
that shouldn't count because it's UNC East Coast team.
Yeah.
Moving on. Corbin, I apologize if I butcher your last name. Teo.
Tell Bramsley.
Wow, you can do that easily? Teo Bramsley?
No, I didn't. I just had to say it 500 times before on you live.
Oh, okay.
Would apologize to you, man, but
Right.
big ups on that goal.
Yeah. A hat trick. Corbin had a hat trick and 3 assists, so basically the double hat trick, and he had the game-winning goal. So yay there. Patrick Smith also had a hat trick and an assist, and also picked up 3 ground balls, so that's good. Keith Lee and, like I said, Patrick both had 3 ground balls, and Saul Barnett had 13 saves. Let's see, the shots, they don't necessarily count shot on goals, they just count total shots. We were actually horribly outshot, 52-35. But shots on goal, I count them up, were 25-23 PSU. So it's actually a lot closer than
Then it sounds like
it sounds like, right. Let's see. Ground balls, we actually won that. Oh, yeah, we did. 20-16. Basically, a ground ball is just a loose ball.
Okay.
You want to pick those up. Those are hustle plays. Those will really help win you games.
We won that battle.
Yeah, we won that battle. We won it by 4, but as long as you win it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
We actually kind of got killed in the face-off circle, 14-8, and both teams had a power play goal. It's called an extra minute advantage, but it's basically a power play. Same idea, which can actually be a minute, 30 seconds, or I believe 2 minutes, depending on the infraction.
Kind of interesting.
It is. It's kind of like a minor, double minor, major.
Yeah. I gotta check out a lacrosse game
Yes.
before we end the season, so.
Lacrosse is probably, if I still lived in Maryland growing up, I would have probably played it. But we don't have a lot of lacrosse here in Western PA. So,
No.
like I said, it is an East Coast game if there ever was one.
That's a major understatement. I mean, it is an East Coast game.
Well, it's trickling into Canada, and it's also kind of going down into the Southeast, and also there's some West Coast teams. But beyond that, you get west of Syracuse, and
No.
And it's kind of like,
Except for Notre Dame, who has that team. That's always great. But Notre Dame, I count that is an Eastern team.
Yeah, they're
Eastern
Mississippi.
Eastern College.
Pretty much.
All right, we do have some basketball we got to get to, too, as well.
All right.
The thing that we always have strong opinions about.
Yep. You want to on the men's side?
Yes, sir.
All right, Saturday.
Women's game, we lose. That's all we need to say.
Yeah, the women's game, we lost 4 in a row. Boo. But on the men's side, the game on Saturday was at Quinnipiac, by the way. You said it was at home.
I could have sworn it was.
I have it in my notes that it was at Quinnipiac.
I was there.
Well, then...
I was sitting there. Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
I was there.
All right, I beg off to you. So that was a 69-64 win for RMU, moving us to 19-8 overall, 13-1 in the NEC. Rob Robinson went 8 for 12 and from the field, 6 of 12 from the line for 22, grabbed 14 rebounds, 9 of which were
Finally
offensive.
getting that double-double he's been looking for.
I was just about to say that. So Rob Robinson, Rob squared, congratulations to you on your first career double-double.
Or Rob to the fourth power, I like that a little bit better.
But it's not 4 Robs. That was just Gretchen not knowing what she was talking about.
We love you, Gretchen.
We love you, Gretch, but... Jeremy Chappelle also had 17 points, and Jimmy Longhurst had 5 assists, leading the assist train in that one. Since we're running short on time, I'm going to have to kind of skip all my fun stats, even though...
Well, how about we just go straight fun stats for the game that we just recently lost?
To Monmouth?
Yes.
All right, fun stats from Monmouth. That was a 60-57 loss. Chappelle had 15 points, 10 rebounds.
Add your own Chappelle joke there.
Yes. That was his 4th double-double of the season, by the way. Dallas Green, he led the assist train with 3. That's kind of ouchy. But Ernie, I know you like the where we lost stat.
Yes.
Yeah. The where we lost stat
is all the stats you usually say at this point, basically.
Yeah, but not so much. It's actually we actually lost the points in the paint, so yes, that was a big hurt there. But we made up for it on the bench because we lost the points in the paint battle 28-16, but we won the bench scoring 23-11, so that kind of kept us in the game.
Yes, but
here's where we lost. This is the team scoring wise, just our team.
Yeah.
15, 9, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 2. One guy in double digits, and that was Chappelle. That was it.
I don't know how that happened. I mean, they're right there. They're about to clinch the whole division, and everybody would have to come here to Selwell Center.
Well, you know what? We still actually clinched a share of the NEC title with that game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the same as at least hosting all the games. I mean,
right.
The biggest thing of this in college basketball is the home court, and the men's lacrosse team does help our home court in basketball.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are the Colonial crazies. If anybody wants to know who are those guys that are yelling, screaming, that's the men's lacrosse team.
Well, it's good to know they're an excitable bunch.
Excitable is an understatement, my friend.
I figured.
You gotta make it to the basketball game too.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Eventually.
I went to one last season. Went to last season.
There's only one left, and that's Mount St. Mary. And I'll be working that game for TV.
What day is it?
The 28th, Saturday.
Saturday? Ooh, can't make it. Oh well. Hey.
Boo.
Yeah, boo. By the way, the loss to Monmouth, that ended our 13-game in-conference winning streak, and also our 15-game road winning streak inside the conference. So that kind of hurts.
Everything does need to end. I just didn't want to end to a team that their logo looks like a generic vampire.
Yes.
That's a bird. The vampire birds. I know I forget what they're exactly called because I always call them the vampire birds.
Monmouth. Oh. They're like the Hawks. They're the Hawks. They're the Hawks. That's what they are.
The Hawks.
So.
Vampire birds.
Vampire
Or the
birds.
Twilights.
Yeah. Oh, Ernie, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, we got about 5 minutes left.
We got 5
We
minutes.
are so jam-packed with guests compared to last week.
I know.
We had nobody.
We had nobody. We had our PA friend, Jason. What the heck is his name? Jason. I can never remember.
Justin.
Get it right.
Justin.
Help me out here.
It's Justin.
It's Justin? Okay.
But I mean, other than him, he was basically another guest. Danica, I did not expect that to go half an hour, but it was too good to end it.
Exactly. We love Danica.
Yes.
All right. Should we jump into the week ahead?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We got 5 minutes left. We got to go to the week ahead.
All right. A little different setup for the week ahead. I'm doing everything by day instead of by sport. So on Friday, which is today, we have women's ice tonight at against Wayne State down at the ISC in the Clearview Arena, 7:30 kickoff, or
Face off.
Kickoff. Wrong season, Brian. We also have men's ice hockey is down at Alabama Huntsville, and they actually kick off or have the puck drop in less than 4 minutes. Their game starts at 5.
Which is weird, but still.
It's Alabama. They do things weird down there.
Alabama Huntsville, not just Alabama.
But it's in Alabama itself. Anyway, on Saturday, the 21st, men's lacrosse at home against Ballermann at Joe Walton Stadium, 1 o'clock face-off. Men's tennis is against is hosting Carnegie Mellon at 4. Women's ice wrapping up the 2-game set against Wayne State at 7:35. Men's ice at 3 o'clock down in Alabama Huntsville, and also women's basketball at Wagner at 4 p.m. Men's basketball right behind them at 7 up in Wagner. And also the track and field team is spending the weekend in Landover, Maryland, which is just outside D.C. for the NEC Indoor Championships. Sunday, the 22nd, we have women's lacrosse kicks off their season against Cincinnati at against Cincinnati at Joe Walton Stadium, 1 p.m. Which, by the way, we are picked 5th out of 9. Yeah, we're picked 5th out of 9th in the conference for women's lacrosse. And we have 9 of our top scorers coming back from last season, so I just wanted to throw that in there. And then on Monday, the 23rd, women's basketball at Monmouth at 7. And Thursday, the 26th, we have men's basketball at St. Francis, PA, 7 p.m. And I'm also going to drop this for the women's team because they're going to be starting right as we start. Friday, the 27th, women's lacrosse at home against St. Bonaventure, 4 o'clock, Joe Walton Stadium.
So that game's going on right now.
Next week. It'll be in our same time slot.
Somebody better have Wi-Fi, and they better be at that game, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Because this is the part where everyone should know what I'm going to say now. There's no reason why the stadium should not be packed. Tomorrow, the send-off to the all-time save leader at Clearview Arena. I want that place packed.
Yes.
Even though I won't be there, unfortunately, but I will be there tonight. Just come by. I'll be shooting, so I'll talk to you between periods if you want to talk or anything about Colonial sports.
Definitely.
Brian, I'm not sure what your weekend is.
I can't make it. I'm kind of upset I can't make it to either of the women's hockey games this weekend. So I'm kind of peeved about that, but what can you do?
Oh, well, I can tell you what you can do. You can listen to this show on the CSC's webpage. We're going to be putting that on here. It should be on here by tomorrow, no later, early morning. Just to let you know about that. And also, you can continue to listen to this page. I did get a chance to talk to the guys from the Sports Blast. They're the show that's on later on during Monday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely an interesting group of guys. Hopefully, we're going to try to meet up for a collaboration.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. All four of us, his host, my host, you too as well.
Yes.
That would be fun to do.
That would be just a blast. Four sports junkies in the same room.
Yes, that would be a lot of fun. So we're going to try to get on that. I know we're not doing the same Valentine's Day as we're going to be doing one for RMU Radio for, I believe, St. Patrick's Day. I don't know the date exactly. I will get that to you next week and I'll let you know. Hopefully, have somebody come with me.
Okay.
I won't say any names.
I know exactly who you're thinking.
And if anyone listens to the show, it was obvious.
Very.
Wow.
Very obvious. I want to hide behind you sometimes.
You can. Well, we got about 15 seconds. All I gotta say here is that we're gonna be ending up here. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoyed this weekend. Me and Brian signing off for Colonial Sports.
Goodbye, everybody.